Hey channel, Fernando for SkyFi Audio. We are well into December and I'm going to use this time to show you guys what has arrived over the last 30 days. It's been a bit since we did one of these videos. We didn't get to the mid-monthly one. There wasn't enough stuff, but surely enough, just today we got a big delivery and I've got a lot of great stuff to go through with you. So hang on for the ride. It's going to be about 15 or 20 minutes and we're going to go through the shop and I'm going to point at a bunch of equipment and tell you all about it. All right, I'm going to start right here with this gorgeous pair of Harbeth's 40.2s in eucalyptus wood finish. Absolute minty set of 40.2s. These are extremely expensive and a great British speaker. I'm a big fan of them. I had Spender SP100s of some variation in my house for a long time as my reference speaker, and this is quite a step above. This is a much later designed by Harbeth, utilizing different drivers. They are really remarkable. Let me show you the back of one. Very simple cabinet design, but a lot of magic goes into this. So Harbeth 40.2s, I believe they are anniversary edition. Yeah, our anniversary series using WBT connectors. And really simple design, but well worth it if you haven't heard them. Circling over this way, I've got a Roxanne Xerxes turntable, another British piece of gear. This one's super minty. I doubt it was ever used. It has an external power supply, an external speed controller just behind it. We've mounted a Sumiko Bluepoint number 3, Bluepoint number 3 low output. And I put in a Lin LB10 tone arm. It's a great fit. Fairly affordable as far as British turntables, so look this up on the website. This is already listed. Circling back over, let's go over to the test bench. This is the bench that we use for long-term testing. After we do a repair, it sits in here for a while and we put it through its paces while we monitor carefully. This is the VT100 from Audio Research. This just got retubed, rebiased, some resistors replaced. And as you can see, we've got some voltmeters hooked up to it as we monitor it over a couple of days. It's working beautifully right now, and this is a great seller. We must have sold 10 of these in the last 2 years. So we're very familiar in how to get them dialed in just perfectly. Down below, I see a Mac D100 preamp, a digital preamp DAC. That is going to go list next week. And below it is an RKB 8100, a power amp from Rotel. Swinging over this way, tons of stuff on the workbench, starting here with this, I believe this is a Nottingham Audio Space Acoustics, yeah, turntable. Tone arms in a different box. Beautiful piece from England as well. Seems to be we're on an England kick this week. Over here is one of our favorite tuners, Yamaha CT7000. We rarely get these, but check it out. We actually have 2 of these. I'll show you the other one. So we've got this one in beautiful shape in silver, and we've got one in black. If you've ever seen the inside of one of these tuners, you'll be amazed. Construction is exemplary, even though it looks like a simple tuner. And we're able to pull in our favorite stations without using any fancy antennas. This has one of the greatest sensitivities that we've measured here for a tuner, or at least in terms of pulling in stations. So take a look at one of those, and I'll show you the black one in a bit. Pair of New Vista, actually it's a single amplifier. It's a stereo amp from Musical Fidelity. I believe one box is the power supply and the other box is the amplifier. They connect via one of these speak-on umbilical cords. Don't know much about them. I've never had this before. I imagine the 300 has something to do with this power rating. Moving this way, we've got 2 sets of Lin Toucans in a gorgeous cherry finish. One's just slightly lighter than the next. Driver's in beautiful condition, so good near-field monitor speaker. Here we've got a set of Kev LS 50s with the UniQ drivers. Highly reviewed and regarded speaker from Kev. You can see it's ported in the back. This has won all sorts of awards. If you haven't had a set or experienced the set, please do try to find a way to have a quick listen, because I think you'll be impressed. The NHTs next to it are the Super ones. Let me switch the back to the front. Looks like a 5-inch woofer and a soft dome tweeter. This is a DAC from Apogee, so power supply on the top and DAC at the bottom, the DA1000E, reference standard digital to analog converter. We've had a few of these in the past and they've always performed well. This is the torn arm that goes with the Nottingham turntable, which I need to sort out. Sneak peek, I've got a red rose integrated here. I've been looking to get my hands on one of these for a review, and our friends at Stereo Exchange sent us one, and I'm super excited to get going with this. So in the next week or two, you'll see a in-depth review of that great integrated. Goldmund Mimesis 7 preamplifier. This has a separate power supply. I don't think this has phono in it, but we will crack it open and keep you posted. But Goldmund stuff, if you aren't aware, is a great brand out of Switzerland. Got a subwoofer, a bunch of receivers here, but check this MR78 out. Probably the cleanest one I've seen in a very long time. No scratches on the top bench. The end caps are great. The glass is immaculate. Actually, I see a little bit here in the bottom, a little peeling, so we'll probably replace the glass on this beauty. And it's worth it because the casework is impeccable. The paintwork is great. I don't see any rust. And the chrome, which is usually the weak point on this, is also super clean. So getting excited to do a tune on this MR78 and get it to market. A Magnum Dynalab FM signal sleuth. I've been wanting to play with one of these. This connects between your antenna and your tuner, and I've heard great things about it, so I'm curious to see what it does. TAD RCS2 room correction. This is a preamp / room corrector. You hook up a microphone, you dial in your room, and you can get more out of your speakers. I'm curious to see how this performs. I've been looking for a room corrector to try out with our flagship McIntosh system over there. So we'll give this guy a shot. Conrad Johnson. This is a line stage preamp from Conrad Johnson, made here in America. Don't know the model number exactly. We'll have a look in the back and see if we can sort it out. But great sellers, Conrad Johnson stuff. All right, looking here in the back. I can't read it, but I'm sure someone's going to let me know in the comments. Thank you, guys. Circling back around, we're back at this turntable. And a bunch of Bang & Olufsen. This is the Biomaster, Biochord, Biogram, and the Biosound turntable. This turntable still has a plastic on it, so I'm curious to see what that's about. And then the back here, Nitty Gritty record cleaner. Great seller always. And check this out, we've got a Stax amplifier for Stax headphones. There was a gentleman in here last week, I can't remember his name, he was actually looking for one of these, and I said, you will never find just a headphone amp, and check it out, we've got one. So if you're watching the video, this is your lucky day. Circling back this way, I've got a Bang & Olufsen Biogram 4002 in really nice cosmetic condition. That's how I gauge whether or not I'm gonna fuss with them or not. They always need a little bit of love to get them working perfectly, and this one is in good enough shape where I think I'm gonna dive in and get this guy working. Over here, long-term testing this Yamaha PX3 for a client. And over here, we've sold this VPI with an EMT air-powered tone arm, and it looks like I have to go and fit a Moonstone cartridge and do our full-blown calibration, our 11-step calibration process, and that'll be a lot of fun because that's a great table. Let's see, on the queue, tons of stuff. I've got a McIntosh C22 that we're excited to do a full restoration on. We've got MHT100 McIntosh receiver that's got busted glass. We'll get that in tip-top shape in no time. And also a C32. As you can see, a lot of this Mac stuff arrives with broken glass. Unless you've got the original manufacturer's box or a reproduction of that box, it is not going to travel well, and that's what we find. Clients are often selling us broken Mac gear because of the disappointing glass breakage. It looks like we've got the faceplate already here for the C32, which we'll get to shortly. Down on the floor, MC2300. Two came in, we fixed one up. It sold immediately. Here's the second one. We're gonna do an LED upgrade. This came out gorgeous on the last one we did, so I'm looking forward to see what this one comes out like. Looks like we've ordered some circuit breakers, a bunch of bulbs, even a new faceplate. So this will be looking like new in no time. This is a pair of custom built 2-watt amplifiers using Telefunken tubes. These sound extremely sweet. We're sorting through them, and we've got a pair of Altecs that we want to try these out with, so I'm looking forward to hearing that. Circling back around, looks like Ben is working on some sort of McIntosh amplifier. I think we're fixing a power switch or something simple on that guy. On my bench, I don't have anything right now. Swinging back around, we've got a reel-to-reel here from Pioneer. If you're looking for an entry-level machine, we rarely ever have entry-level machines, but this is definitely one of them. It's a 1011L from Pioneer, 3-motor, 3-head. Does basic stuff, but really sounds good. So that should be ready next week. Circling back this way, on the speaker front, nothing new's arrived since the last video. Well, maybe these Vandersteen Quattro Woods, I think, are probably new to you guys, and not much else on the speaker front. We're trying to cut back on speakers a bit because we're a little overwhelmed right now. Circling to the racks, I mentioned before a black version of the CT7000 tuner. Here it is in a darker cabinet, gorgeous piece. I like it in silver a little better, but I can see if you've got a black system, this is where to go. Sorry it's so dark in here. And finally, we've sorted through this Miyajima Woo 1. Our friend Robin Wyatt was nice enough to get us a manual, and we now understand how it works. We went through it, gave it a clean bill of health, and that's going to be listed this Friday. And then circling to the other side of the rack, let's see, a Rotel multi-channel amp, not really worth talking about. Not much else in this rack. Oh, one last thing, the Dahlquist DQ10s. These are survivors. These, we're going to go through them this week. I'm not quite sure. Last time I looked at them were a couple years ago, so they're not quad ESL 57s. They were made to look like quads. So for those of you wondering, these are in fact Dahlquist DQ10s. And it's a pretty interesting speaker. We'll do probably do a video on these guys. It's been an interesting month. We've sold a lot of turntables. We're very low right now on turntables. It's typical of the holiday season. We've got probably around 20-25 left. We're having a promotion on speakers because, as I showed you before, we're kind of overwhelmed with them, and we're becoming a Klipsch dealer. So we're going to need some space to bring in some of the heritage speakers that we love. So we're having a sale. Check our website. I think right now it's 20% off if you do local pickup and 10% off if we ship. So that sale is happening through the end of this week, and it is December 2022. So if you're seeing this video in 2029, it's not active anymore. So I've enjoyed making this video for you. Thank you for your time and patience. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. And every Friday we send an email blast to our loyal followers featuring 10 brand new items that have arrived. So if you want to kind of be kept aware of what is coming and going, please do subscribe. SkyFiAudio.com is our website. We will promise not to barrage you with emails and spam. So you'll get 2 emails from us, one on Tuesday and one on Friday, featuring the coolest stuff that we've come across. Thanks for watching.